Welcome back to another episode of Destination Recreation. I'm your host, Greg Morris, Recreation Supervisor for the City of Novi. On today's episode, we will feature adaptive dance, the Eggstravaganza event, the Clarenceville Kids Program, and 101 Dalmatians. The great thing about this show is you get to see many different types of programs that Novi Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Services has to offer. Have fun on your way to Destination Recreation, and we will see you at the conclusion of the show.
Tonight is our Spring Fling for individuals with developmental disabilities. This is our second year of offering programs in the city of Novi. We looked at our county demographics and we determined that we were not offering services in this quadrant. In the past, we've offered them at Waterford, Southfield, and Royal Oak. So we branched out and are partnering with Novi Parks and Recreation to offer a series of socials for developmental disabilities. Today we have 115 participants. That's about been the average for this location, which is really good for our first year getting going, letting people know that we're out here. It is for adults with developmental disabilities. So we have families, we have group homes, just a variety of different people with disabilities. Kind of a snapshot of the night is they check in at registration and they're seated at a table with their groups. A lot of them have their friends from school or from work groups that they participate in, so they all are excited because they're seeing each other outside of school or work. Just like anybody else, they're excited to be with their friends. It's on a Friday night. So the students from Eastern Michigan University are actually serving them, taking the food right to them, kind of like restaurant style. So it's nice. And then we have music, so they're out dancing. And that's another role of the volunteers is they get all the wallflowers off the wall and get them out there dancing.
Get lucky in 50 different flavors. We're going all the way.
Volunteers for our programs, we always use like 10 to 15 volunteers for each event, and normally we fill all those slots. In fact, this week I actually turned away volunteers. Usually a first-time participant really enjoys the program. It's frustrating for the parents because they don't know we're out there. So programs like this on the cable companies, TV shows, things like that, it really helps get the word out that we have these programs because we have more than enough room to accommodate additional people. We're looking at potentially doing some maybe disabled vet programs out here, working with the paralyzed veterans. That's located right in here in Novi, that Novi Parks and Recreation is very supportive of us, and the partnership will help us be able to build those programs.
Say hi to the cow. What does the cow say?
Well, we are here for the Eggstravaganza event. We made it into this Tollgate Farm Extravaganza. Basically, we had pictures with the bunny, a couple different egg hunts for kids, just craft corral, sponsored by State Farm. I mean, it was just a lot of different things that were going on throughout the whole day, and it was a lot of fun. We had 275 pre-registered kids, so you figure if they bring two parents, it'd be roughly or somewhere close to 800 people. So, but there were a lot of grandparents and things that came too, so I'd say close to 900 people came out today. My favorite part's picture with a bunny. I mean, That bunny is just great, and the kids love it. We had the bunny sit down, and it was just a nice setting for them, and worked out really well.
You can pet animals and see the Easter Bunny and make crafts.
Feeding the horses. That's nice.
There were 3,000 eggs that we had out here today. We were able to recycle a lot of them from last year and then fill them with things that we bought. We had candy, toys, bouncy ball, things like that. Just some small little toys for the kids and just for something for them to enjoy. The way we marketed it was 3 to 12. Then we had a lot of demand for age 2, and so it was from ages 2. I think the oldest kid we had was 13. So, but basically 2 to 9, right there in that range, is where we have the majority of the kids. It was just a really exciting day. We were happy to be out here. Tollgate was great. Thanks to the staff too. I mean, they did a fantastic job, and I'm just a small part of it, and just glad to be here, and just really appreciate everybody that was involved and who came out. Yeah, I think we have a great relationship between the City of Novi and Tollgate Farm and MSU Extension, and so this is something we're definitely going to build on and look forward to running it again in 2015.
Hi, my name is Kathy Lowry. I'm from Clarenceville High School. I am the special education teacher with the cognitive impaired program at Clarenceville. Currently, what we are doing is having students in my program work with the City of Novi in coordination to help them with job skills as part of what's called a transition placement program, so they will eventually be able to obtain a job in the future. My students' age range is between 14 and 18 years old. Currently, most of the programs are what's called post-secondary, so once they reach high school equivalency, they go to a post-secondary program. What I decided to do is to work with my students earlier so they get more job training for the future. The students are selected because they are on what's called a certificate of completion instead of a diploma. And with that, they enter my program and do more vocational work versus academics and follow the academic track of a normal diploma. I have some wonderful success stories. I have 2 students that actually have obtained jobs through the City of Novi and work as building attendants. And I have other students that are looking now at going to Schoolcraft College and obtaining a culinary arts degree there. The students are here 2 days a week for approximately 2.5 hours. If this program did not exist, most of my students would not have the opportunities to obtain jobs in their futures. They wouldn't know how to work with an employee and have an employee-employer communication or relationship. They wouldn't know how to fill out a resume. They wouldn't know how to fill out a job application. So beyond working here at the school, then we teach them how to fill out job applications. We teach them how to fill out a resume, and within that, we can put down the City of Novi as a job experience because, again, it's a vocational type work setting, and we can list that as part of work experience, even though it's a non-paid program. We appreciate the City of Novi for giving my students the opportunity to be here to obtain not only the work experience, but the communication skills that they need to be able to talk to supervisors, to talk to coworkers, and other people that are just within the city itself.
My name is Rachel Orchard. I'm a paraprofessional at the Clarenceville High School. The kids are actually learning job skills so they can take that to a future job and be able to find a job, either volunteering or a paid position. Well, I took a part-time job with the City of Novi about 7 years ago. And through working a couple years here and through working with the kids at the high school, I thought this would be the perfect job for them to get job skills. So I talked to my bosses here at the City of Novi and said, I would love to implement a program here at the City of Novi where the kids will actually come and work at a real job so they would know how to behave in a real job situation.
2 days a week, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, every week. When we have exams, we're not here those at the time because it's half days and it's just crazy at school with exams. It's just a lot of setups we gotta do. So much, you wouldn't believe it if you saw it. It's a lot.
If they are in our program, then they automatically get into this program. So they just have to be a part of our classroom, and then they come here every Tuesday and Wednesday. We again appreciate the City of Novi allowing us to come here, and we will definitely enjoy future time that we spend here.
Some days it just makes me want to just smile everywhere I go.
My name's Jim Kelly, and I'm the director of 101 Dalmatians for Skies of North Productions. The 101 Dalmatians is a movie that came out when most of the parents and grandparents were very young. To see their kids and see their grandkids on stage recreating those moments from their childhood, something that they remember. So they're going to recognize the songs, they're going to recognize Cruella de Vil. I imagine that there's going to be a few of them that are going to tap their toes when you hear the Canine Crunchies commercial come on. So I think that's going to be really fun. It kind of sews the generations together, brings them, something that they can relate to. This particular show is more focused on getting the youth involved, the younger half of the population that we serve. So this is kindergarten through 6th grade. The nice thing about the show is that it really allows these younger kids the opportunity to showcase their skills. But even so, when you're dealing with kindergarten and 1st grade kids, having them all on stage, particularly when you get 12 or 14 of them together, it really is like herding puppies. They really fill that role well. When they do audition for parts, directors look and say, I can see making that person Cruella de Vil. But it really is the children that choose who's going to get cast into these roles by what they bring. There's 2 casts, and each cast has about 36 kids. Neither of them is going to be the same Cruella. They both bring different backgrounds, they both bring different expressions, different levels of energy to the scenes. They interpret Cruella in slightly different ways.
I have my 4th or 5th evil roll, so all those evil rolls building up to this, it's like, just hit me, because I am pretty darn evil.
I think this is my first evil roll.
Congratulations.
I love acting evil.
You take all the situations when you're calm in real life, when people are provoking you, and then you just save them in a jar until you're on stage.
And then you can scream at everybody.
This pattern calls for a muffin boots. I want my matching muffin boots.
the moments where it's so cheesy, it wants to make you fall over and start
They've
laughing.
thrown some really comical stuff into there. I actually counted this. We say nincompoops.
Yes.
5 times in the show.
You nincompoops! You nincompoops! You imbeciles! Don't you nincompoops get it? Watch where you're going, you nincompoops! Don't just stand there, you nincompoops! After them!
Our henchmen, they're the comic relief of the show, so they are not the brightest.
Not
at
the brightest.
all. And the way that our character reacts to it is so angry, and we're always yelling. It's very fun to play this character.
When you see them on the stage, singing and dancing and acting out, it is just a joy to behold.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Destination Recreation. For past episodes, visit the City of Novi's YouTube page. Continue to tune in each month when we go behind the scenes of even more programs throughout the City of Novi. For more information on these programs and upcoming recreation opportunities, visit cityofnovi.org or call 248-347-0400. Registrations are currently ongoing for summer camps, youth baseball and softball, and much more. On behalf of the City of Novi, I want to thank you for traveling to a lot of programs today. Thank you, and we will see you next time on Destination Recreation.